Hey there fellas, Sinitar here and I hope you're doing well. This video is something I wanted to make for a long time. Fallout New Vegas is an incredibly amazing game and an exemplary RPG. What if even better, it has insanely huge modding stage, with help of which the game can be improved in each and every aspect to look and play like a modern game released just a couple of years ago. But not everyone are experienced in modding or just don't have time to dive into modding tutorials, test mods and build the mod lists. But it is 2020 after all, right? And you want maximum improvements with minimum efforts. That's it. Less than in an hour, you will be able to vastly transform New Vegas in both graphics and gameplay sides, drastically improving models, textures, lighting, but also dozens of new weapons, improved gunplay, combat, animations, dynamic boss fights, over hundreds of new perks and in general, brand new level of roleplaying and tons of additional hours and content in remastered game. The list of mods to achieve the best results in minimal time with instructions. Let's go! Use Mod Organizer or Nexus Mod Manager, that's up to your preference. Let's start from graphics part. First of all, world models and textures improvement. Ojo Bueno Texture Pack is a huge all-in-one mod which greatly improves look of buildings, landscapes, roads, vending machines, vehicles, interior textures, signs and hundreds of clutter items. It provides great quality and full resolution versions to fit any PC, from a monster rig to a complete potato. Now let's get to the armors, creatures and weapons. Median-born NV Book of Water retextures the first two ones, giving a great bump to quality, and Weapon Retexture Project by Millennia makes just a sick facelift to almost all weapons in the game, both regular and unique, giving them a realistic, crisp and often weathered look they deserve. Now, if previous mod makes weapons themselves look great, the holy trinity of mods, Impact, Eve and X, you can treat them as a single project from same author by the way, retexture all effects visuals in the game. Ammo, explosions, energy effects, impact effects, decals and so on, giving them absolutely badass look and giving a real pleasure of using that Gatling laser. Now we need to improve the look of NPCs, and there is no better choice for that than drag body NPCs. The key thing here are models. They are so incredibly high poly, literally no other mod can provide the same facelift to characters, basically making them look like from a freshly released AAA game. Legion, NCR, Great Khans, Brotherhood, Fiends and Boomers, Companions and many neutral NPCs, getting the best look they ever could. Weapon mods is quite a cool gameplay feature in Fallout, which allows you to customize your weapons, but sadly it was very underdeveloped in New Vegas. Often that badass unique weapon you found was simply worse than its modded generic analog, as unique weapons were not moddable just for no reason, and many weapons didn't have mods at all, especially melee ones. Weapon Mods Expanded or just VMX fixes that, ensuring that each and every weapon in the game now can have 3 mods, including unique weapons. All mods are carefully integrated to merchant stocks and loot, same as vanilla ones, and a few you can even craft yourself. The mod also adds couple of new weapons to the game. Animations is one of the biggest flaws of all Bethesda games. Skyrim, Oblivion, New Vegas, Fallout 4, doesn't matter. Animations are always clunky, rough and simply looking outdated AF. Asura Reanimation Pack is a next-gen animation mod which improves all weapon animations, shooting, reloading, equipping and weapon stands themselves. These animations are stylish and smooth, which is achieved by drastically increasing the amount of animations, iterations let's say so, which is several times higher than in vanilla. Well, just look yourself. Stewie AI Tweaks is a tiny yet extremely functional mod with immense customization. This mod features dozens of engine-based tweaks you can assign in an ini file, enabling or disabling whatever you want. Faster waiting time, jumping while aiming, yeah, it wasn't possible in vanilla at all, assign additional hotkeys, remove annoying delays between hacking attempts. Or maybe you're a hardcore lover and wanna disable people usage in combat. Tens of other various utility and gameplay tweaks can be easily toggled anytime for maximum comfort. Just Mods Assorted is a collection of extremely useful mods in a single plugin. Do you want sprinting? Visual objectives aka quest markers, maybe weapon wheel or loot menu? Those and many others are available in a single mod. Little features which though are giving this devil in details gameplay mechanics that differ modern game from old one. The best thing though is each and every feature is not just toggleable but extremely configurable in mod configuration menu. Now let's add some more instruments of destruction, shall we? Weapons of the New Millennia is a weapon pack adding 45 new professional standard weapons with a ton of weapon mods, leveled list integration and custom sounds. Guns, explosives and melee weapons. Pistols, revolvers, carabines, shotguns, automatic weapons and grenade launchers. Real-world inspired weapons with just insane model and texture quality will greatly expand your arsenal. But what about energy weapons though? Yep, Tesla Weapons Pack adds new badass looking energy rifle, shotgun, caster, RCV, pistol, grenades and a sniper rifle, with unique look and custom effects and animations, carefully hand placed in the game world so you can vaporize your enemies to the last edge bit. Project Nevada is a huge all-in-one overhaul, one of those mods which are serving as a great base to improving the game from all sides. Rebalance of combat, survival and consumables, new armors and weapons, and probably the most essential part, utility and immersion additions, and useful combat mechanics. Low on health, hear immersive sounds. Wearing riot or power armor helmet, see helmet visors in first person. Feeling yourself disoriented in the dark? Mod offers 3 types of night vision. Want a more fun and balanced alternative to that? Use bullet time. There are also hotkeys for grenades, stealth boy and much more. But most important is that each and every of its features are fully customizable in MCM. You can adjust literally each and every feature of the mod or disable it completely. Now imagine a single mod which greatly improves combat and enemies themselves, fixes hundreds of logical oversights, turns boss fights into a really unpredictable, dynamic battles with unique abilities and even visuals, turning fights with unique monsters and faction commanders into a real challenge, and also adds more than 100 perks, opening brand new character builds for you, which were simply not possible in past, hybrid builds and so on. Meet SGO for Fallout New Vegas, the definitive perk enemy and balance overhaul. It fixes and improves almost each and every aspect of New Vegas gameplay, carefully sticking with balance and lore-friendly approach, but at the same time, making you experience New Vegas in a completely refreshed way. Wanna play as Mine Layer, Acrobat, Unarmored Berserker, Expert in Power Armor, Stealth Boy Addict, or a Lone Wolf? Do you want to feel the boss fights like never before and experience truly challenging yet rewarding feeling of the game? Then SGO is what you need. At the same time, with its size, it's compatible with every mod in this list and most of popular mods in general. I have also made a detailed review of it in a separate video, it is linked in the description. While being an amazing game, New Vegas was made pretty hastily. That's not a secret. It often feels somewhat empty during your explorations, and here is a mod to fix that. NV Interiors project adds in total over 100 of new interior cells to find and explore, from abandoned stores and gas stations to a secret raider hideouts with unpredictable encounters. All added cells are completely lore-friendly and often have own backstories or hidden challenges, and of course a loot to find. Mod is doing this job so seamlessly that you can't even say is this last cave you explored was a vanilla or a mod added one. Immersive Recoil 2.0 is a simple yet essential mod to make gunplay more realistic. All weapons now have a recoil depending on their type, same as in real life. Recoil strength is calculated based on weapon-based damage, requirements, condition and weight, and the character's weapon skill and strengths. Aiming down sights reduces recoil as well. In addition, it is scripted with help of Jeep and VSE, so it doesn't affect performance at all, and compatible with absolutely every weapon, vanilla or mod added. Recoil strengths and conditions are also configurable. Fallout 4 is terrible in terms of being an RPG, but it has really good gunplay and many other actually great and fun mechanics, for example power armor features, which the next mod does not less than ports to New Vegas in all glory. Power armor now actually feels like Power 1 and provides corresponding features, power jumps, slamming enemies into the ground when falling, fully implemented pain train perk, compensation of own weight, reduced knees progression, sleeping while standing in power armor and more, and also fully configurable in MCM. The Living Desert solves yet another part of New Vegas' emptiness feeling, but this time related to its population. This mod adds hundreds of NPCs and several scripted events to the Mojave. People patrolling the roads, traveling between towns, occupying locations, exploring the desert, and reacting dynamically to your choices throughout the game. Merchants, mercenaries, bandits, and even hit squads if you made certain faction angry. It also adds some immersive visual placements here and there, which are fitting the spirit of that place. With the Living Desert, the Mojave will never feel empty again. If you want to improve the feeling of cities being actual cities and casinos being real casinos, there is no better option than Biohazard mods. This author overhauls the iconic places in the game so they both look and feel real. For Prim, for example, that's more explorable buildings, nodes, backstories, enemies and weapons to find, new assets and clutter, NPCs and better lighting for casinos, and so on. Discover the well-known places once again. Devil in details. That's what, once again, making a gameplay challenging and interesting. In vanilla game, nobody besides your character was able to use weapon mods, which simply made no sense and was given yet another chosen one vibe. And here comes Navemo. NPCs use ammo variants and weapon mods. Simple and genius as it can be, it now allows your enemies to sometimes have modded weapons and possible to find weapon mods on them. Another moment which always bothered many players is that melee enemies in the game never actually sprinted. In combat they were always just casually jogging towards, making them just boringly easy to deal with or escape from. NPC sprint in combat fixes this annoying oversight, turning melee enemies into formidable enemies by giving them ability to actually sprint. Music and sounds are not less important part of the game immersion than anything else. That's why the last mod in the list will be Combined Community Sound Pack, a qualitative overhaul which gives new sounds to almost all weapons in the game. Both shooting and reloading, the weapons will use high quality sounds inspired by similar real weapons if it's guns or explosives, and just much more better sounds for energy weapons. Well, listen yourself. There are a few more optional recommendations which I want to mention. First of all, the ENB preset choice. I can heartily recommend my 3 own favorites. First is Rudy ENB, which is really warm and vibrant. Second is Broken Paradise ENB, which is greatly balanced preset on the edge of cinematic look and realism. And the last one is 7 Sins ENB, which is my own preset made with special approach. Exteriors are bleak and grim, inspired by Stalker game to give a real post-apocalyptic look, and interiors are more warm and pleasant, similar to how Rudy ENB had them. Still, the ENB preset is purely a matter of taste, so that's just my personal recommendations. Secondly, the Fallout New California. It is simply impossible to describe this amazing creation just in a few words, but speaking really shortly, it is not less than a total conversion mod, basically a standalone game built on Fallout lore and serving as a prequel to Fallout New Vegas. It has amazing storyline, brilliant RPG aspects, and can give you several dozens of walkthrough hours and maybe even much more, knowing that the game has multiple endings. If you want to know more about it, you can also watch my review, linked in the video description. And the last one is my personal favorite radio mod for New Vegas, Platinum Radio. It adds over 50 songs to dilute already familiar game soundtrack, and all those songs are so well picked that you will not even notice that's a mod. Highly recommended. That's it for now, folks. I hope this video was really useful to many of you, and if you have enjoyed it, drop a comment about your own thoughts about this list and your own favorite mods. Don't forget to enable channel notifications and join our Discord to always stay in touch. Stay tuned and stay healthy. Sinitar Gaming here, signing out.